I heard the demo, and the demo said something to me, but it didn't say a whole lot to me. And I just felt that I just needed to meet the man who was behind this music. And you sat there. I remember coming to the genie's place, and you showed up, and you had your guitar, and it was out of tune, and it might not have been, properly sung in tune or anything, but there was just something about the power of of the words, of the voice that was coming out of you, that it just really struck a very serious chord. And I just thought it was really cool, very different. And even though it was written some 1976 or something like that, it had some real relevance because of the times. I think all of that really made me want to do something with it. And at that point, it was a pretty big conclusion, a foregone conclusion that I was going to do this. Now my wife heard the demo, and she said, well, are you sure you want to spend the time on this project? Because, my wife's a lawyer, so she's not an artist. So she didn't hear what I heard, and I remember saying to her, it's not what's there, it's actually where it's going, which is not this demo. And
So where is it going from your perspective?
well, it's getting larger and larger and larger. More people are hearing it. More people see the magic. It's a magical time where people can put aside all their differences, all their feelings, and just be. They don't have to subscribe to an ideology or a Democratic or Republican standpoint or a Christian or non-Christian. It's music. It's the only thing that binds us together as human beings. Music. We always have a song on our lips. And this music speaks to people in a way that's very wholesome and very much needed in this time. You know, when I hear about patriotism, I'm not a particularly patriotic guy, and I don't particularly wear my spirituality on my sleeve. But when I listen to this music and I play it and I hum it at home, I'm not offended. It actually invites me in. And I'll tell you the coolest story about all this. When we first started mixing the first couple of songs, God and Me and My Name is America, the woman who was co-mixing this project was a student at Smith College in Massachusetts. And I said to her, so what are your feelings about spirituality, patriotism, love, and peace? And she proceeded to say, well, I'm a Generation X, I don't like the government, I think this country sucks, and I'm an atheist. And I said, well, you're the person I want to mix this project. And she said, well, I just told you, it's everything that this project is not. I said, I'm not trying to convert you. I'm just trying to get you to open your ears as an engineer, as a mixer, and just listen to the music. If the music talks to you, then you will know what to do. And so, over those next 5 or 6 hours, she mixed along with the engineer, Danny Bernini. And halfway through it, she leaned over and she said, you almost got me. And I knew at that point that we had something that was much greater than you or me or the music. It touched somebody who had no idea that the spirit of something was going to come into them. And at that moment, I knew that this time was right for everybody. Where this is going now, it's going worldwide. This is an international incident now. And we have to continue to perpetuate the good feelings in a world that is not so positive. People say that that's very idealistic, to have all this hope and things. And I actually think that what everybody's craving for, what everybody truly wants, is peace. Nobody wants to get up and start killing everybody. They would rather be sitting home with their families. Instead, the hatred, the pain, the suffering makes people do all kinds of things because there's no way to address the feelings that they have. There's no outlet for that. And if you keep something like this bottled up, all it will do is become like a disease. We are in the midst of a disease in this world, a disease of apathy, a disease of not caring, of forgetting what it is like to be kind to someone who...
So you think this music, this piece, brings people to that place
I think so.
of peace?
I think so, and I think it brings people to that place without all the drama. You feel good, and the more you think about it, the more it weighs in. I sing this stuff all the time, and that's in the midst of all kinds of projects that I do. And that's the mark of great songs. When you can't get it out of your head because it keeps talking to you, it's like listening to a Beatles record. It keeps talking to you. All you have to do is be available. So I hope that Auratorio Americana and everybody and everything that comes with this starts to rub off. I hope that the impact of it just goes from one person to the next, until a real movement for change, an internal change as well as an exterior change. I love this music. It's just incredible.